Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Super Prime Time Max on the debate with Arnab. And today in Parliament, Prime Minister Narendra Modi literally smashed it out of the park. Listening to him, you realized that the more the opposition shouted, and it kept shouting, they were hooting, they were getting into the well of the house, somebody even whistling. It's terrible behavior. And they were keeping on behaving in a desperate manner. The more they behaved like that, the more Narendra Modi seemed to come to his elements. What is the lesson here? The lesson is that Modi challenged becomes more potent. The more Modi is challenged, the more aggressive he becomes. And that is why I really think the second half of Narendra Modi's speech today, if you hear it, because through the first half, they just didn't let him speak. He continued. He didn't take a pause. But when he went into the second half, he realized he had the upper hand. And everything he has said has become a viral moment all across the social media. He called Rahul Gandhi an infant who keeps crying after tearing cabinet papers and being pulled up by the Supreme Court and then goes crying to his mother. He warned the ecosystem. And that, in my view, is the most important part of his speech. That they should not expect that their anti-national agenda, that their conspiracy disruptively to throw India into social and economic anarchy will ever succeed. He called the Congress party parasites. He broke down their performance. And he showed how the Congress party had won only because they had been given some votes by their allies. But on their own, that they mostly lost. He emphasized that most of the 98 seats of the Congress were on the basis of their support from their allies, and put out a figure that 3/4 of the seats where the Congress fought directly with the BJP, they lost. He looked politically confident. And since we've all been trying to read the Prime Minister's frame of mind, and this has been going on for a while now, what is the moot point, viewers? The moot point is this, and I'm saying this to you clearly tonight. I can confidently tell you this. This term of Narendra Modi, mark my words, viewers, will see a more decisive Modi, not a less decisive. It will see a more confident Narendra Modi. Second point I want to make tonight, Narendra Modi has some major plans up his sleeve. He will slowly, now he wanted this parliament session to be over, then we'll head to the budget session, but he has major plans and he will slowly begin to roll out the plans. He's not going to be tentative. He's going to be more clear in his decision making. He's not going to be wary. He's not going to be as wary as he was when he allowed the Shaheen Bagh issue to simmer and simmer and simmer. It was clear to all of us that the farmers' protest should have been dealt with more decisively. But, there was so much noise created and the government allowed it, to simmer. It was, in my view, treated with kid gloves. This time, Modi will not allow a Shaheen Bagh kind of attempt. He will not allow the tricolor to be brought down like it was brought down at the end of that so-called farmers' agitation. This time, Narendra Modi, who is seeming more confident, has decided, if you read his speech, that he will go all out against anti-national forces. Watch his speech, viewers. Watch his speech. And the sum total is this: if you watch his speech, watch his body language, and also observe how he was watching Rahul Gandhi yesterday. Viewers, the Lutyens media is really stupid. They keep saying, oh, it's a great thing that our Rahul Gandhi managed to get the Prime Minister to stand up and respond. Managed to get Rajnath to stand up and respond. Managed to get Amit Shah to stand up and respond. They are really stupid. They were not responding. One, they were fact correcting. Amit Shah and Rajnath Singh were fact correcting, fact checking. The Prime Minister was just looking at Rahul Gandhi. And Rahul Gandhi kept getting more and more worked up, and that's when he made those disastrous comments against Hinduism. So my reading of the Prime Minister's speech is, and having observed his political career for at least over 20 years personally and closely I have, the Narendra Modi 3.0 is going to be far more aggressive, confident, decisive than people are expecting. Ladies and gentlemen, he will be exactly the opposite of what the Lutyens Brigade would want him to be. And watch out for some major steps over the next few months. Today was only a trailer in my view, so I'm going to start by running a few clips of the Modi speech, and then we'll go into the debate.
गलत तरीका है। हमारी देश की जनादेश है कि आप वहीं बैठिए और तर्क खत्म हो जाए तो चीखते रहो, चिल्लाते रहो। आदरणीय सभापति जी, 24 के चुनाव में कांग्रेस के लिए भी इस देश की जनता ने जनादेश दिया है और इस देश की जनादेश है कि आप वहीं बैठिए विपक्ष में बैठो और तर्क खत्म हो जाए तो चीखते रहो, चिल्लाते रहो। कांग्रेस के इतिहास का ये पहला मौका है जब लगातार तीन बार कांग्रेस 100 का आंकड़ा पार नहीं कर पाई है। कांग्रेस के नेताओं के बयानों में ये बयानबाजी ने शोले फिल्म को भी पीछे छोड़ दिया है। आप सबको शोले फिल्म की वो मौसी जी याद होगी। तीसरी बार तो हारे हैं, पर मौसी ये बात तो सही है, तीसरी बार ही तो हारे हैं, पर मौसी मोरल विक्ट्री तो है ना। 13 राज्यों में 0 सीटें आई हैं। अरे मौसी, 13 राज्यों में 0 सीटें आई हैं, पर हीरो तो है ना। आजकल सिंपैथी गेन करने का एक नई ड्रामेबाजी शुरू की गई है, नया खेल खेला जा रहा है। कल यहां बालक बुद्धि का विलाप चल रहा था। मुझे मारा गया, मुझे इसने मारा, मुझे उसने मारा, मुझे यहां मारा, मुझे वहां मारा, ये चल रहा था। आदरणीय सभापति जी, सिंपैथी हासिल करने के लिए ये नया ड्रामा चलाया गया है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, बालक बुद्धि में ना बोलने का ठिकाना होता है और न ही बालक बुद्धि में व्यवहार का कोई ठिकाना होता है। और जब ये बालक बुद्धि पूरी तरह सवार हो जाती है तो सदन में भी किसी के गले पड़ जाते हैं। खुद देश इनसे कह रहा है तुमसे नहीं हो पाएगा, तुमसे ना हो पाएगा। आदरणीय सभापति जी, गंभीर बात है कि आज हिंदुओं पर झूठा आरोप लगाने की साजिश हो रही है, गंभीर षड्यंत्र हो रहा है। ये कहा गया हिंदू हिंसक होते हैं, ये है आपका संस्कार, ये है आपका चरित्र। ये देश शताब्दियों तक इसे भूलने वाला नहीं है। आदरणीय सभापति जी, 2014 के पहले वो भी एक वक्त था कि जब आतंकी आकर के जी चाहे वहां, जब चाहे वहां हमला कर सकते थे। 2014 के बाद क्योंकि ये बनी कि जब वहां उस समय 14 के पहले निर्दोष लोग मारे जाते थे, हिंदुस्तान के कोने कोने को टारगेट किया जाता था और सरकारें चुपचाप बैठी रहती थी, मुंह तक खोलने को तैयार नहीं थी। आज 2014 के बाद का हिंदुस्तान घर में घुसकर मारता। वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने प्रारंभ से देश के दलितों के साथ, देश के पिछड़ों के साथ घोर अन्याय किया। पहले षड्यंत्र पूर्वक बाबा साहब आंबेडकर को चुनाव में हरवाया गया। हराया इतना ही नहीं, उन्होंने बाबा साहब आंबेडकर के इस पराजय की, उसका जश्न मनाया। दलित नेता बाबू जगजीवन राम जी को भी उनका हक नहीं दिया गया। इमरजेंसी सिर्फ और सिर्फ सत्ता के लोभ के खातिर, तानाशाही मानसिकता के कारण देश पर थोपा गया तानाशाही शासन था और कांग्रेस क्रूरता की सभी हदें पार कर चुकी है। अपने ही देशवासियों पर क्रूरता का पंजा फैलाया था और देश के ताने बाने को छिन्न विच्छिन्न करने का पाप किया। आदरणीय सभापति जी, मैं इस सदन का भी धन्यवाद करते हुए मुझे बहुत आनंद आया, आज बहुत आनंद आया। सत्य की ताकत क्या होती है वो आज मैंने जी करके देखा। सत्य का सामर्थ्य क्या होता है उसको मैंने आज इसका साक्षात्कार किया। और इसलिए सभापति जी, मैं आपका हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
And we have a familiar panel with us tonight. Firstly, I'm not going to waste time on introductions. We all know each other. Sanju, Shantanu, Karan, Waris, Abbas, Lokesh, Piyush, everyone, we know each other. Firstly, Shantanu, what is this childish? 2 hours they kept shouting, hooting, whistling, stopping, blocking, drama, karoing. What is this?
Exactly.
But PM did not stop for even a pause. He continued and he became stronger as he spoke. But I have had such a 99% of people watching Republic was saying that they have lost the plot. If they wanted to block the Prime Minister's reply to the President's speech. Shantanu.
अर्नब, I'll start with लोगों को तमीज़ याद नहीं रहती, कुछ ऐसी लाइलाज बीमारी है बदतमीज़ी. And today Rahul Gandhi has displayed it to the teeth. He was shouting, he was looking up, he was sitting like this. He not alone right. As LOP, he was not even
how was
behaving
he sitting?
As a parliamentarian.
How was he sitting? Somebody told me. Somebody told me about how he was sitting. Karan, is it true?
Yeah, he was sitting like this.
Like
he
how?
was sitting like this.
One minute, can I show that?
Yeah. I've tweeted the pictures. He was sitting like this.
No, he was looking up.
Yeah,
he was doing
like
this.
No, he was looking up.
Yeah, he was looking up.
He was doing this.
He was shouting out. He was who? Is he a member of parliament? Is he a member of parliament? And he gathered some bunch of MPs. He gathered some bunch of MPs to shout out. In fact, Prime Minister was offering them water. Prime Minister was offering them water. Prime Minister was relentless today. For the first hour, Prime Minister tired them out. Right?
Yeah.
By telling him all the development thing has done, and then he started his punches.
I think there's a visual where Prime Minister was offering water. I think
how
1 minute, there was
they are in the nasha of the Farji victory.
There's a visual there. I'm playing it on air, where the Prime Minister. I don't know if I have the audio here.
Yeah.
The Prime Minister was offering water, and this is to whom? To the opposition leaders.
He was referring to one of the person in the well who was shouting. He was shouting.
Amazing visual out there. You know, I think the way the opposition behaved yesterday, and I wouldn't say opposition. It would not be fair to say opposition. I think it's Rahul Gandhi primarily, and I found it interesting, Abbas, that very often when Prime Minister was saying that Congress party has lost most of the direct fights and has only won because allies have given them some additional numbers, and other parts, when he spoke about Ghar ke ghus kar marenge, your leader Akhilesh was very appreciative of the Prime Minister. So I find a difference in the behavior.
Akhilesh was giggling and super happy.
He was very happy in the way Prime Minister was hammering the Congress. What does that tell you?
And
Abbas?
I was listening to the Prime Minister.
Akhilesh was absent yesterday.
It doesn't, Mr. Shantanu, if you allow me. I don't know why we are discussing who was sitting, who was looking where. I don't know. These are the matters which should concern us. But I was looking, the way Prime Minister was speaking on the floor of House, he was not looking the leader of the House in Lok Sabha, but he was speaking like he was doing some show, some stand-up show somewhere. That was very unfortunate, and calling out name to the leader of opposition, like you have said, I don't want to repeat that word.
Which word?
That should not happen.
I want to come in here.
No, which specific word? Which word?
No, the word you have told your viewers earlier, that should not be called off to the leader of the opposition.
No, you see, I'll tell you one thing. I do not think at any point of time the Prime Minister referred to the leader of the opposition as a papu or anything like that. I don't think he said that.
Yes.
The word that he used.
To call him a child or something?
No, he didn't say child. You must understand. You see, there's a problem. You're very good in Urdu, but I am better than you in Hindi. So let me tell you, the Prime Minister did not call him a child. The Prime Minister spoke about an aspect of his behavior which was called Balak Buddhi. Balak Buddhi amounts to childish conduct or childish thinking or childish behavior. So he's not calling him anything. He's only saying you're behaving childish.
That must be your interpretation.
No, it's the Prime Minister's interpretation. Okay, my question is to Sanju. No, I say that what happened yesterday. What happened? Abbas? No. What happened? One minute. Abbas, let us not. Abbas, 1 minute, please. You and I are all aware that what has happened in Hathras is such a terrible tragedy. You and I was just saying it in the last debate, are aware that over the years, unfortunately, over the last 20 years, 30 years in this country, a lot, by the way, when Samajwadi Party has been in power, a lot when Congress has been in power, in religious congregations there have been bhagdar or stampedes. I would request you with folded hands today not to politicize the most unfortunate tragedy. I told you because I can otherwise bring out the whole list of number of stampedes that happened when Akhilesh was Chief Minister. Do you want me to do that? 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 Let us not therefore mix this and that. Don't mix this and that. Thank you. Now,
very sensitively.
Okay,
This is
now,
all I have to say.
Sanju, the objection from the other side is, they are saying that irrespective of whatever Rahul Gandhi may have said about Hindus or whatever he may have said personally to the Prime Minister yesterday, Prime Minister should not have referred to Rahul in terms of his childish conduct, even if he was childish, even if behaved childishly, which arguably he did. Prime Minister should have not called him Balak Buddhi. Can you explain why the Prime Minister used that observation? Was it necessary? And Lokesh can respond.
Arnab, first and foremost, I think you're great at translation, and I admit that your Hindi is par excellence.
It is, I must admit.
I have to, Arnab, I can get that constant echo.
Don't worry, you're on air perfectly fine. Please continue. I'll try and adjust it.
I am reminded of a Hindi saying, or rather Urdu saying, हमको मालूम है जन्नत की हकीकत क्या है, हमको मालूम है जन्नत की हकीकत क्या है, लेकिन दिल को खुश करने के लिए गालिब ये ख्याल अच्छा है. And the reason I am quoting this couplet is simply because the Prime Minister not once said that Balak Buddhi refers to Rahul Gandhi. He did not even insinuate as much. But look at how the entire opposition and Rahul Gandhi's darbaris like Jairam Ramesh, Supriya Shrinet, Mallikarjun Kharge, they are rattled beyond words. You have to check the kind of rattle tweets these guys are feverishly putting out, which means आपको मालूम है इशारा किस तरफ था. बिना नाम लिए प्रधानमंत्री ने बहुत कुछ कह दिया. And I'll tell you why this Balak Buddhi mentality needs to be called out. I remember after the elections were over on the 4th of June, what does Rahul Gandhi say? One would expect that, okay, you improved your tally from 44 in 2014 to 99 in 2024. You would show some modicum of decorum, patience, restraint. No. He said, ये जो नरेंद्र मोदी है ना, पहले इनका गुब्बारा इतना बड़ा था. I'm quoting him ad verbatim. This speech is viral on social media. पहले नरेंद्र मोदी का गुब्बारा इतना बड़ा था, अब उनका गुब्बारा इतना छोटा हो गया. पहले ये जो नरेंद्र मोदी थे ना, ये कहते थे मेरा सीना 56 इंच का है. अब ये जो नरेंद्र मोदी है ना, इनका सीना 32 इंच का हो गया. अरे दोस्तों, आपको पता है, जब भी मोदी जी साइकोलॉजिकली कोलैप्स हो जाते हैं ना, ये चीन पाकिस्तान की बात करने लगते हैं. You want to troll the Prime Minister, the most popular leader globally with a consistently 78% rating. He is the only person who last 62 years has come back for the third time in a row, and you don't want to be shown the mirror? You expect the Prime Minister to give no free pass? I'm sorry, that will not.
I think the important thing, the important aspect. Yeah. I get the point. You see, the important aspect before I come to Lokesh is, viewers, this was the first major political speech of the Prime Minister since his speech on the 4th of June. And so a lot of people, Karan, 1 minute please. A lot of people were observing both the content of the Prime Minister's speech and the tone and the tonality of the Prime Minister's speech. I must also say that yesterday when I saw Rahul Gandhi do this hey, main tumhe Gujarat mein haraunga kind of thing, it was very unseemly. Also, the overall attitude that the Rahul Gandhi has depicted has been what I would call of childish overexcitement, and somebody, his well-wisher, should remind him that, Rahul, you've got 98 out of 543, not 98 out of 100. You are under some mistaken assumption. But the way he spoke at that particular press conference, and I will complete my point, where he said, the Prime Minister, he said something like, he's abhi 32 inch hai, and something else he said his Prime Minister is psychologically broken or something like that. It was an immature remark. Yesterday also, Rahul Gandhi made a series of immature remarks when with his left hand he picks up, this is Shiv has told me, that kind of stuff. The kind of pop spiritualism that you get by reading or watching 2 C-grade spiritual videos on YouTube. Problem is there was no depth in the argument, and yesterday I feel what the BJP did was that they baited the childish Rahul. Problem with Rahul's minders is, and I saw one of these, I must complete my thing and then I will absolutely let you speak. It will hurt you what I say, but you must listen and then you must respond. You see, there is a coterie of, let me complete what I'm saying, Lokesh, let me complete what I'm saying, and I have a contrary view on this. You can respond. See, remember, at one point in his interview with me, people say, Arnab, why did you not stop speaking? Because I realized in the interview with me, beyond a point, you don't need to say anything. The man is a walking, talking self-goal. Yesterday, all the Prime Minister did was look at him and look at the kind of things that he said. Now, the problem with Rahul Gandhi's minders, Lokesh and everyone is, their argument is that it doesn't matter what he says as long as he says something. I've been watching their explanations. One superannuated anchor who's holding on to his 9 o'clock job on another channel says, you know, it doesn't matter what he says, at least someone's saying it almost like on our behalf. And my point is, how can you talk like that? You are encouraging a public exhibition of ignorance. See, this feeling that it doesn't matter if he doesn't have depth. It doesn't matter if he attacked Hindus. It doesn't matter that he went extempore. At least he says something. Like he's better than Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. That is, I think, a point where he's being waylaid. I personally think that the Prime Minister was teasing him today, but the Prime Minister was also serious. You see, Lokesh, Prime Minister said that you are crying now. You see, Prime Minister is responding to how he has been. Prime Minister is saying you've gone to your mother crying. Essentially what he's saying, balak buddhi, balak, he keeps talking about a story of a balak जो अपने माँ के पास जाता है, रोता है, मुझे इसने मारा, मुझे उसने मारा, मुझे इसने मारा, मुझे इसने मारा, और फिर वो कहते हैं ये वही लोग हैं जिन्होंने कागज, he talks about tearing papers, tearing the cabinet note. उन्होंने अपने माँ को ये नहीं बोला कि मैंने किसी को चोर बोला, रेफरेंस टू चौकीदार चोर है. इन्होंने ये नहीं बोला कि मैंने झूठ बोला, रेफरेंस टू राफाल, कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जिस पर करेक्शन कर दी. उसने ये नहीं बोला, बच्चे ने नहीं बोला कि मैंने किसी को इस तरह की गाली दी. एंड यू सी व्हेन कांग्रेस पार्टी अटैक्ड, कांग्रेस पार्टी डिड नॉट स्पेयर द प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स रिलेशनशिप विद हिज ओन मदर. It's a reality, and Rahul Gandhi and the social media team of the Congress party was at that point of time, celebrating that. And वो Prime Minister कह रहे हैं that after having done all this, आप अपने माँ के पास रो रहे हैं और माँ को ये नहीं बोलने आपने क्या किया. In other words, the messaging is very simple. Prime Minister is saying, I am going to give it back twice as hard, so stop crying. So if you expect that, I want Lokesh to respond. To be fair, I want Lokesh to respond to this. See, Prime Minister is saying, I'm going to give it twice as hard. So don't cry if you get it back, Lokesh. So I think
today the Prime Minister talked about the Sholay movie. He was drawing a parallel, and it just reminded me.
Just 1 minute, let me hear, please.
In the Sholay movie, there was the Surma Bhopali, and he had the habit of boasting himself. अब तो बस 400 पार, अब तो हम ये कर देंगे, वो कर देंगे. And the moment the result outcome came, when Jai Viru came in front of him, and then he is baffled. He says, हम हमारे सामने आके हमसे झूठ बोलवाते रहते हो और सब ही झूठे हो. So this Surma Bhopali character was something that I saw today in the parliament.
Oh my God! I need to now rebut this.
All forms of no, madam, please have patience. The Prime Minister has not yet been able to digest and accept the electoral verdict. He's unable to see what has happened. How his debacle in Varanasi.
Okay,
how
fine.
In Ayodhya he lost the seat.
You are happy with your 98 seats?
How all over
Lokesh,
India,
are you happy with your 98
when he was
seats?
championing the cause of Hindu religion.
After losing 3 general elections in a row.
Discarded. He was completely ignored.
BJP को भाषण दे रहे हो. आप चिंतन करिए.
Now, with the rise of Rahul Gandhi,
बीजेपी को भाषण की जरूरत नहीं है.
attempts are being made.
You have 98 seats. Rahul Gandhi is still below 100.
Little realizing that the nation is
नरेंद्र मोदी को भाषण मत दो. We don't need your certificate.
The question is, you are supposed to answer why you did not visit Manipur. You are supposed to answer
I need to
what
answer.
happened in NEET. You are
Because
supposed to
Lokesh is going
answer
on and on and
why
on,
there
making
is
zero sense.
unemployment,
He has this habit,
why
he
there
comes
is
to debates,
inflation.
he has no point.
Why is it
He keeps
that
indulging in
all
rhetoric.
over the country
So are you also of the
there
view,
was no
Lokesh, 1 minute,
complete infrastructural collapse?
Lokesh, I want to ask you a follow-up out here. Thank you. My follow-up is to you, Lokesh.
No, I need to rebut.
1 minute, Sanju, you may need to rebut, but I'm just following up. I'll certainly come to you in a minute. The question here is this, that everybody is more or less beginning to get aware, and intelligent observers have said this yesterday, that on territory on which you are not strong, you should not walk. So the AAP was very concerned, and the AAP has been very silent on this, because they know that Rahul Gandhi giving this pop lecture on spirituality has landed them in a mess. Now, you're going to have to walk your different ways soon, as you have announced the breakup of your alliance in Delhi after the breakup of your alliance in Punjab, which effectively means that you have no relationship politically with the Congress that is remaining. Tell me one thing, would you be associated with this sort of, laceration of the Hindu community, with this abuse and insult of the Hindu community? You're going into elections in Delhi. Are you willing to take the response to that on your own shoulders? Isn't that what Rahul Gandhi has done when he's spoken on your behalf yesterday? Whatever he said about Hindus, on which every major Hindu spiritual leader has at least come on Republic and responded with great disappointment. Piyush?
Well, first and foremost, to the best of my knowledge, I don't think Mr. Rahul Gandhi spoke against Hindus. He spoke against the pseudo-Hinduism which the BJP and RSS has been preaching in the country.
He said no. Yeah, that matter is settled.
Just hold on for a second, sir.
That matter is settled, Piyush. That matter is settled.
Just allow me to respond.
That was very unfortunate what he said.
Just allow me to respond, and then we can, then you can of course come with your supplementary. What I'm trying to say here, Shantanu started by saying an impromptu shade, so I will respond by one. कुछ ऐसा ला इलाज है साहिब का हल्कापन, प्रधान की कुर्सी भी बातों में वजन नहीं ला पाती. I'm still waiting for the day when the Prime Minister on the floor of the House speaks like a statesman. He is always in an election mode. He is
Do you remember
always
how
sounding like
Kejriwal
he's making
speaks?
an election rally.
Kejriwal was mocking the entire Hindu community on the floor of the Delhi Assembly.
In a gully.
Kejriwal was mocking the entire Hindu community on the floor of the Delhi Assembly.
Sanju has a habit of perpetually interrupting.
Kejriwal is cooling.
Sanju, let him complete even if you disagree. Sanju, the appropriate thing is you must understand that the other side also disagrees with you when you speak. But at the same time, no, 1 minute. No.
I'm sorry,
Sanju, you can't do this.
Kejriwal made fun of Kashmir.
Sanju, you can't do this, I'm telling you. I don't think Waris Pathan has stopped you even once so far. I don't think Abbas has stopped you even once so far. And to be fair, I must say, even Lokesh has not stopped you even once so far. And if I may serve as an example for you, please realize, see how patiently Rahul Gandhi was listened to by the Prime Minister yesterday. So you must listen to those you disagree with. Please listen and let Piyush complete his point. Otherwise, we waste time in this. Please, Piyush, can you quickly complete your point? Thank you.
Of course, just 20 to 30 more seconds and I'll be done here. When you talk about Aam Aadmi Party as a part of India Alliance and going on separate ways when it comes to state elections.
Yes.
So we have already declared that this alliance was meant for the Lok Sabha election and for national political purposes. It was never meant for state elections, because state elections have different dynamics as compared to national elections. So we are a part of India Alliance when it comes to the national politics and when it comes to the operational politics of the Bharatiya Janata Party. But when it comes to state has a different infrastructural issue. State has a different set of problems. So that is where we are going different ways. So Aam Aadmi Party is very much a part of India Alliance, and to the best of my knowledge, calling the opposition leader simple-minded is not the will of the Prime Minister. He should be more dignified in this
mafia in Delhi. Each time there's a problem in Delhi, you said ये तो हमारी गलती नहीं है, हरियाणा की गलती है.
Madam, whenever you want to debate about Delhi, we will debate about Delhi.
I would like to, in fact, I'd like to go to Waris Pathan now. And Waris, I found, can I just make a point out here? You see, there is an amount of pressure that is there on Rahul Gandhi, and I'll explain why. He's taken on, or rather been given, this job of leader of the opposition, and he is in a state of excitement and perhaps pressure on his own to perform very quickly and, show that he is the leader who can take on the Prime Minister, which is appropriate political strategy. However, there are things here which need to be built up over a period of time. Secondly, without a doubt, even my strongest critics will agree with me when I say this, that Rahul Gandhi will need to appear to be more mature. I'm not saying he's immature. Appear to be more steady, or appear to be more detailed, deep and knowledgeable. He will have to do intense amount of research on subject and not make superfluous remarks which can be quickly fact-checked, like Agniveers are not treated as martyrs, right? Secondly, he will have to stop trying to be like, what would I say, like a junior version of a spiritual guru, which he's not. We have enough spiritual gurus in this country, right? And he is not. He should not pretend to be, equivalent of a Sri Ravi Shankar or a Morari Bapu. He is not. He is a politician with a limited awareness, no, he is not. 1 minute, please allow me. He is not a spiritual leader.
He calls himself not biological.
No, he has not said that. He has not said that. He has not said.
Why don't you ask the
No,
same
I think I'll tell you this. I'll fact check you. I will fact check you on this now. I will fact check on this right now. 1 minute. I'll tell you, viewers, where this is so wrong. And now I must not be stopped, because I will have to say something now. And right now, right here on the program, Karan is on, Shantanu is on, Sanju is on. There are things such as interpretations, okay? So if you were to say, the Prime Minister has said that he is non-biological, right? That is your interpretation. The Prime Minister, on the other hand, if you actually see what he said he's speaking about his mother with whom he had such a strong connection. And then he speaks about serving his motherland. He's speaking at a very different and a higher level than you can probably comprehend. He's saying that my entire life, please let me complete, Lokesh, please let me complete. Please let me complete. Waris, I'm coming to you. Wait a minute, let me complete what I'm saying. Waris, let me complete what I'm saying. Let me complete what I'm saying. No, 1 minute. Let me complete what I'm saying. On that point, you just be patient for 20 more seconds.
Commentary will come after I make my point.
No, just 20 more seconds, Waris. 20 more seconds.
Commentary will never end.
Please, 20 more seconds. 20 more seconds. Viewers, I'll tell you this. Do not go in for what I would call is the Dhruv ratification of Indian politics. Rahul Gandhi may speak like Dhruv Rati, it may go viral, but then it is absurd. You cannot have that kind of Instagram logic running this country. And Waris Pathan, your leader made a right statement today. Your leader said today that India Alliance should not consider this to be a moral victory. Can I ask you, you tell Lokesh why your leader said that?
Well, Arnab, today Modi said, again he spoke about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, and the government is hell-bent on Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. May I ask him, since independence till today, why there is not a single Muslim minister in his cabinet? No, you don't give tickets to the Muslims to contest the elections, and you are talking about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Modi did not utter a word on the mob lynching. Since 4th of June till today, 7 Muslims have been mob lynched. Why is he silent? In Madhya Pradesh, 11 houses of the Muslims were bulldozed by the Modi government. Is a bulldozer theory. In our Lucknow also they bulldozed Akbar Nagar. Modi was silent on that. He does not realize that nobody has the right to take law into their own hands. But no, he remains silent and quiet. That is the reason we have to say. And on the other side also, Arnab, let me say, the champions of secularism were saying that we want 90% of the Muslims to vote for us. Muslims have voted for them, no doubt. The Muslims have voted, they have come to now power, they have got more than 99 seats, Congress, the India Alliance. But after that, from 4th June till now, they take the minorities. Why not Muslims? Why don't you take the name of Musalman? What prevents you from...
No, Sanju, please wait, please wait, Sanju. Sanju, please wait. Sanju, please wait, don't interrupt. Now, 1 minute. Waris, 1 minute. Waris, put me on air, please. Waris, 2 quick points to your very illustrious comments which you've started. 1 minute, Karan, please wait. Karan, wait. Viewers, I just want to tell you that these comments about the need to represent all parties, all religions in all parties has been made by an individual from a party which says it is a Muslim-only party. All India Majlis-e-Ittihadul Muslimin. Second point,
Who said so?
I want to know how anybody wins an election with 98 out of 543. You said Congress won the election with 98 seats. How does any party with 98 seats win an election? Fact check, fact check.
Well, Arthur, is
That
it
is
social
proper
justice that
logic.
only 4%
Escape velocity
of
logic.
Arnab, can I come in?
come to the parliament in the house? Whether number of
That is
OBC
Papu's
MPs
escape
equal to
velocity
number of upper
related
caste
logic.
MPs and out to
And I want to
14%
say,
Muslims,
has
only
OBC ever
4% win Arnab.
The fact that
And you don't give us an
Umesh
opportunity to make our points there. That is why our party president Asad Owaisi the other day also said that the speaker must give an opportunity to the minorities to make their points because now there are only 4%. Who is responsible for this? Are we?
Arnab, can I respond to him?
But provided the BJP, if they say Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, what happens to all these guarantees then? What happens to all these guarantees?
Lokesh.
Guarantee were to provide jobs to people.
Lokesh, maybe.
Arnab, I want to respond to this.
1 minute, huge fight has broken out now. Come on. Who's responding? Okay, 1 minute, Sanju. Sanju, 1 minute. Sanju, 1 minute, 1 minute. Again, I will have to get Karan. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll get Sanju versus Awaris in one time. I'm getting Karan in right now. Karan, 1 minute. Karan and Shantanu. 1 minute versus 1 minute. Versus Abbas and Lokesh. Thank you.
Proper, sir.
Thank you. 1 minute.
बीजेपी IT सेल के ट्रोल्स को आप बिठा रहे हो हमारे साथ.
Arnab,
No, please now. Yes. Yes.
Arnab, to what Varis Pathan just said, just so he knows, 31% of homes under PM Awas Yojana for Muslims, 33% of funds under Mudra loans for Muslims, 36% under PM Kisan Samman Nidhi only for Muslims. Before 2000,
Abbas and Waris, answer.
Muslim skill trained. Today, 2 million skill trained. So, in terms of skilling, housing, loans, every
You spoke
parameter,
about 15
this
lakhs, you
country
deposited, you never fulfilled the promise, where is the guarantee?
Can
You
only
2 crore
give
jobs will be
ticket.
provided to the
precise point here is Bharatiya Janata Party might be talked about changing the constitution to get away with the constitution because they did not want it to give right to the OBCs, SC, ST and minority.
What are you giving me?
To give their due. That is the precise point. That is why.
Shadi Shagun
Again the picture.
Now I would like to come to today's question, today's topic of the debate. I would like to recite a शेर Arnab. कहा था झूठ ने सच से सबक सिखा देंगे मैं चुप रहूंगा जो गुफ्तगू ज्यादा करेगा. So this is what has been happening. Prime Minister spoke minutes in the parliament with no content, with no reality. All he said was friction. All he said was to demean and disrespect the opposition. All he said was against the ethos of the constitutional and parliamentary, history of our country. This is what he spoke about. He did not say a word about the pressing issues of today's time. He has talked about what has happened 50 years back, but he has not spoken about future. He has not spoken about the present. He has not spoken about NEET issue.
On the contrary, Prime Minister has spoken about NEET. Abbas, Prime Minister spoke about NEET. Prime Minister spoke about NEET. But you see, the Prime Minister is a politician. My point is, Lokesh, the Prime Minister is asking a question today, and there has been mayhem. There have been lines outside Congress party offices. There have been lines even today where women are asking for 8,500 rupees khatak. And I feel that promise should not have been made. Should not have been made. Should not have been made. My
10 years ago, you gave us the first glimpse.
Where are the 2 crore jobs?
You gave us the first glimpse of this Balak Buddhi. You gave us the first glimpse.
Where is the 15 lakh in every bank account? That is the
But you see, they've got elected against Sanju. But they've got elected again.
So you do one thing.
Sanju and Shantanu.
Whenever the
We will give every woman 1 lakh rupees a year. We will give every woman 8,500 rupees a month. Khatakat. Satasat. कहाँ गया? So many women are outside Congress offices all over the country.
Lalit Modi.
8,500 rupees to
Lalit Modi, Vijay Mallya, Mehul Choksi, खटाखट कहाँ गया? Lalit Modi, Vijay Mallya,
Today the sanitation coverage is 98%.
No, but there is a question. Thank you. On the issue of economic anarchy, Sanju, can we stop? Can we stop doing this? Can we just have a more orderly debate? Thank you so much. My question is one minute. Shantanu, just 1 minute, please. Shantanu, another very important point the Prime Minister made, and he made 6 references to it, was that he said, Shantanu, that there is a conspiracy to create economic anarchy in this country. He also said there is a conspiracy to pull back India's defenses. He said, I am held back by the compulsions of confidentiality of my office. I am not speaking about it. But he has made some very important disclosures. It seems to me that he has got something up his sleeve.
Exactly.
He's got something very much up his sleeve on this.
And also, Arnab, towards the end, what Prime Minister spoke towards the end, it of utmost important. He said, I will take this Congress ecosystem in the same grammar, in the same language.
What did that mean?
Exactly.
What did that mean?
I mean, we understand that. We understand that. You only mentioned Dhruv Rathi, but we know the network of the George Soros and the Ford Foundation and the Rockefeller Foundations and the Omidyar networks of the world. If we know it, Prime Minister certainly know it. He's not saying the names, and that's the ecosystem. All the YouTubers in India, how the toolkit works. One tweet goes, one YouTube video, one news in Harvard, one video in LSE. It goes on.
To take out the opposition parties, because he keeps on living in a conspiracy theory land. This is our figment of his imagination. If it is a conspiracy which is there to create an economic anarchy in this country, then it's his job.
Piyush, tell me one thing. Tell me, I have a question for you, Piyush. It's just a general question. Don't take it otherwise, but you must listen to this question. Piyush, I am an observer of social behavior, and as you know, I should actually be credited by you for the creation of the Aam Aadmi Party. So when you people shout at me, you should be careful. You show some humility when you are talking to me, because
well, I never shouted.
Let me continue what I'm saying. Let me continue what I'm saying. Had it not been for the exposés that I did between 2010 and 2011, you did a marketing tool on it. What you people never fought corruption. We fought corruption. CWG scam, 2G scam, Kargil scam, Devas for ISRO scam, cornering the government. We did. My point is, no, don't tell me about next time. I'll tell you about now. 1 minute. One minute. Piyush, I'll tell you, I'm also in top form. So don't worry. What I'm trying to tell you guys is this. I observed, and now I'll say something significant. I did not like the people who were involved with India Against Corruption, viewers. I don't like them. I have always found Arundhati Roy's views disgusting, and I said it also somewhere. And I don't agree with the views of Prashant Bhushan, Yogendra Yadav type of people. But I don't agree with these people, but I supported them saying it is a fight for corruption which I led. These people are taking political advantage of it. I said, chalo, no problem, I'll support the issue. But I had started having my doubts, when Lokesh and Piyush, I saw this Ford Foundation lobby. Support, no, 1 minute, Sanju, 1 minute. Yeah. Support this Ford Foundation lobby, these Soros associated groups, this American lobby, these foreign lobbies, this Magsaysay Award lobby, go all out for Arvind Kejriwal between 2010 and 2011, 12 and 2016, 17, almost as if he was their mascot, he was their hero. Then, somewhere around 2017, I'll tell you, Piyush, what happened. You analyze this comment, viewers will read. After 2017, 1 minute, I am not, listen to me. People are listening to me now. People are understanding. Ishara-i kafi. After 2017, this same NGO collective, NGO collective groups, American groups started backing Rahul Gandhi. So first they backed from 2011 to 2017-18 Kejriwal. I think Kejriwal then broke off from them or said, I don't need you, I'm going to be Prime Minister on my own. And then they started backing Rahul Gandhi. Now they could do so ideologically. They could do so because they like Arvind Kejriwal, now they like Rahul Gandhi. But don't you observe that there has been a definite shift of these groups, which worked very strongly with AAP in the first 5 to 6 years. And then this whole group, and by the way, people associated with this group were leading the Bharat Todo Yatra. Please observe the ex-AAP people, the ex-AAP people, 1 minute, ex-AAP people who get a lot of, no, 1 minute, khatam karne do. Why were the I'm asking you, 1 minute, let me, volume down, I will speak. Viewers, I'm asking you a question. Why are the ex-AAP people becoming part of Bharat Todo Yatra? Second, what is the group and involvement of NGO collectives in the Congress ecosystem? What is the view of these NGO collectives on India's sovereignty, on issues concerned with India's nationalism? Are these groups opposed to the idea of strong Indian nationalism? And viewers, I'll ask you one more thing. Questions only, no assertions. Is the deep state of other countries associated with movements around the world to subvert nationalism around the world and nationalist forces around the world?
Now, can I respond to it now? Can I respond to the long list of questions that you posted?
No, it's just general observations, yaar. Gyan. Aap gyan hi samajhte.
So kindly allow me to put forward my general observations. Is the Bharatiya Janata Party and Sangh Parivar opposed to the secular fabric of India? Is the Bharatiya Janata Party and Sangh Parivar opposed to the idea of united India? Is the Bharatiya Janata Party and Sangh Parivar just pushing?
No, PM said the anti-national ecosystem I will not spare. PM said I will not allow the anti-national ecosystem.
So PM should introspect within his own party. You know, the IT cell of Bharatiya Janata Party Madhya Pradesh president was not as an ISI agent.
No. 1 minute. The PM on this camera. The PM spoke. The PM spoke about. Okay. Tell me one thing. What, Sanju? Can you please? I've made such substantial and strong points here. Yeah, because you have to. Because someone's got to be heard. I will come to you when I ask Piyush a question. He answers.
Don't keep on
Question is. Is there anything wrong the PM said? Lokesh, PM said I'm going to be against anti-nationals ecosystem. You should also support it, Lokesh. All of us should.
PM was taking role of Salim Javed.
The moment I start speaking, I have a problem.
I'll tell you where the PM
Stop
was
behaving
wrong.
like Rajdeep Sarde side.
Today in the speech,
चोर की दाढ़ी में
the
तिनका है.
PM,
Lokesh
he
is
started
feeling premises
criticizing
on the
Congress
gang.
that Babu Jagjeevan Ram was not made the Prime Minister. Now I want to ask a question.
Why are you answering
didn't
the previous
Prime
question
Minister
about the
Modi
anti-national
not
ecosystem?
make Lal Krishna Advani ji the Prime Minister? What about Jaswant Singh? What about M.M. Joshi? What about the leaders who were way senior than Mr. Narendra Modi and who deserve to be the Prime Minister? And in fact, Congress, which has made Meera Kumar as the Speaker, Sanjay was given high post. So over here, when you are talking about discriminatory attitude, whether it is appointment of Speaker pro tem, or the please ask Sanju Verma ji, please have some basic etiquette. Why are you tarnishing the image of your party by acting in this manner? Oh my God. Arnab, can you please moderate the debate?
Yes or no?
I mean, it looks like a fish market.
Can we openly support the likes of?
Okay, viewers, I think we can safely conclude only one thing at the end of this very, very strong debate. The Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, is in top form. Whichever way you look at it, the Prime Minister is in top form, and the opposition hasn't come to the mark in this session of Parliament. They're going to have to review their tactics and their strategy. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.